Assalamualaikum and welcome to my presentation video. I am Muhammad Syalihin and Rosli and I'm going to present this movie which is titled The Wolf of Wall Street. It is directed by Martin Scorsese and it's actually one of the best video that I'm. First of all, I would like to say good morning or afternoon or maybe night, depends on when you are watching this video. Okay, so this video is actually one of the requirements for the subject ELC231. So this hope you guys enjoy the presentation. Okay, so before starting of anything, I want to say disclaimer. This video is for 18 and above, which means there are many explicit language, adult themes, cursing, violence, and actually this movie is not suitable for educational presentation, but I just realized it soon. But it's okay, I'll try to make it as safe as possible, right? Okay, so let's get on with this. First we have the content, which is we have the introduction, plot outline, cinematic commentary, character commentary, movie input, individual sentiment, and so on. Okay, so first we're going to start with the introduction. So what is this movie all about? Well, this movie is a 2013 American biography comedy crime film based on the real life event of Jordan Belfort. And this movie is produced by the Red Granite Pictures and distributed by Paramount Pictures. The director is the name is Martin Scorsese, while the screenwriter is Terence Winter. Okay, let's go next. Okay, so we're going with the plot outline. So in the mid-1990s, Jordan Belfort collaborated with his partner Dorney Azov and began brokerage firm Stratford Altman. Their company rapidly develops from a staff of 20 to a staff of more than 250, and their status in the exchange community and Wall Street develops exponentially, so much that the company recorded their initial public offering through them. As the status develops, so do the measure of substance they misuse, thus do the lies. They draw consideration like no other, tossing extravagant parties for their staff, and when they hit the bonanza on high exchange, that eventually prompts Belfort highlight of the front of Forbes magazine, being designated the Wolf of Wall Street. With the FBI into Belfort's trading schemes, he devised a better way to cover his tracks and his record his mischief by going to the Swiss to cover his money. More to like money laundering. Okay, so first we go to the chrono plot. Okay, so this movie I divided to to six. So first there's the introduction, which is Jordan Belfort give a little bit brief about his life, what is his work and everything and so on. And then we have the investor center. This is where after the Wall Street market fall down, he go to look for a new job, and so he went to the investor center, which is he expects something way more different, but actually it's a very, very small firm which targets the locals, but he tried to make it make it shines. That's why he established Stratton Oman, his own company. He wanted to make money, so he tried to trick the rich by buying a pink slip. So a pink slip is actually like the shares in the stock market. Okay, so then we have the FBI. So after he mischief, he tried to lie with the scam and all. The FBI start to investigate his tweets and everything, which is the turning point of the movie. And then there's the point where I call it not giving up, which means he doesn't want to give up on his company, no matter the charge led by the FBI, the federals on him. He doesn't want to give up. And then there are the game over, which is finally he went to the jail because he was accused of money laundering and so on. Okay, so next we have the geonote, basically the setting of the places. First we have the Wall Street. It's the Wall Street where the work he used to work with at the first place. And then we have the Trump Tower, his penthouse and everything. And then we have the Naomi yacht, which is one of the yachts that he bought for her wife, and many parties he held there. And then we have the Jordan Belfort's house, which is his house. Okay, so we go on with the cinematic commentary. So first we go on with the cinematography. The cinematography is led by Rodrigo Prieto, and the movie is based on shot on film, which means it only depends on the camera and everything. It doesn't depends on CGI and so on. And most of the acting and actions are happening real on set, so there are no green screen and so other. The way that Rodrigo Prieto tried is he used the photography to reflect what Belfort was experiencing during the progression of time. So he wanted to make it as how the movie looks in the Jordan Belfort's views. So he doesn't want to mislead, so that he doesn't want the people who watch it to confuse. And then sometimes he uses a different kind of effects and frames per second to make this effect when Jordan Belfort and his friends are having drugs and alcohol, to give that you feel that even you are trying to do it. Okay, then we have the screenwriting. So basically the story and the writing is based on the real life event of Jordan Belfort, and it is writing of course on Belfort's perspective. This movie is actually from a book which already made for a screen adaptation, so the writer doesn't even have to do a lot of job. It just adapt from the books, and it has a very unique way of writing because it have a good and unexpected plot which excites the audience. So let's go on with the next, which is the character commentary. So we have Jordan Belfort, which is the main character of all, which is the movie is all about. Jordan Belfort is a character that based on a two person, which is also have the same name, Jordan Belfort. He's a very smart, persistent, kind of a little bit of dark edited chaos kind of person. He always act on his own mind. He doesn't even think about when he do something, but out of that, he's without doubt is one of the most important character. Actually, a good development character, because he used to have like nothing, and he built from nothing to what he has now, and it's a very amazed me because he's how smart he manipulates the system to make money. He tried to treat the riches. That's how, and it is portrayed by the Oscar winner, of course, Leonardo DiCaprio. He's a very good actor. Okay, so then we have the other characters, which is the Stratton Oakmont first group, which is, we can see that there are many others. These guys are actually the first team members of the Stratton Oakmont. And then we go on to the investor center worker. There are many people, so I couldn't name every one of them, but I tried the best. So then we have Naomi LaPaglia, which is the Belfort's wife, actually second wife. He divorced his first wife because popularity consumed him and he found someone better. And then we have Jean-Jacques Sauer, which is a Swiss banker. He is actually helping him store his money at the Swiss bank, so for safety reason, in case he got caught up to the FBI. And then we have the FBI sergeant, of course. Okay, so we're going to go to the movie input, and then we have 4 points that I want to take about. First is the perseverance, competitive, cautious, intelligent. There are more values and input of this movie, but this is the 4 that I want to tackle about. Okay, so we have perseverance. So we know why perseverance is, because Belfort keeps going and continue with his company even after pressure from the Federals. As you can see from this clip, I'm going to play a clip. Okay.
I'm not leaving.
Disclaimer, sorry for the language.
I'm not fucking leaving!
Sorry for the language.
The show goes on! This is my home! They're gonna need a fucking fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here. They're gonna need to send in the National Guard or fucking SWAT team, cause I ain't going nowhere.
So from this scene, we can see that Bedford doesn't even want to give up. Even a constant pressure from the Federals, even there are certain agreement with the Federals in which if Bedford agree with the agreement, he actually can go on, but he have to give up on his company. He doesn't want that, so he want to fight with the Federal. He try to hide his money. He try to tweak the system. It's not going to give up. So this is actually one good, even though it's in a bad way, but it's a good thing. Okay, then we have the competitive. Okay, so we know that in the stock market and also business and marketing is very competitive because there are many competitors, there are many individuals, there are many other brokers that he has to against with. So in stock or broker industries, each second is a value in order to have a sale. So from this scene we can see that I'm going to play this scene. It's one of my favorite scenes actually. Sorry for the language again.
Fuck him. I'm the senior broker here. He's just a worthless pipe here. Why don't you blow me out? Now, did you really pitch a stock in your job interview?
I had to do something to stand out, right, sir?
I fucking love that. Lunch today.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't start dialing at 9:30 because our clients are already answering the phone. 3, 2, 1, let's fuck!
You want to know what money sounds like? Go to a trading floor on Wall Street. Fuck this.
Okay, so we're going to go with the next values. If it's cautious. Why do I say cautious? Because you have to be careful on who are you cooperating with in order to make sure that there will not be any trouble later. Because in this movie, cautious play many things. First of all, he have to be cautious with everyone he deal with because he doesn't want, maybe something a spy or agent or something, and he doesn't want to counter with that. And also some people want to bring him down, so he has to be cautious. As you can see in this scene, is that there is a scene where the police actually try to cut one of his gang, one of his members, because of the money. This is because he's not cautious about it. There are many problems before this. That is why he get caught in the first place. Okay, so let's go on with the next value. We have intelligent. So the intelligent is very one of the most important thing in the world. Because why? Because it inflicts its own personal twist thought into making people believe that he is a tool, because he want to make sound that he is a legit broker. He is, but to make people buy your say you're broke, that is something hard. You need skills, and the way how he play with his words, how he do it, I really impressed. Okay, so this is one of the scene. I really love the scene. It's a very long scene actually, but I tried to cut it off.
Once we suckered them in, we unload the dog shit, the pink sheets, the penny stocks, where we make the money. 50% commission, baby. Now, the key to making money in a situation like this is to position yourself now before the settlement. Because by the time you read about it in the Wall Street Journal, it's already too late. And you wait. You wait. And whoever speaks first loses.
Sorry, I appreciate the call. I really have to give this some thought and talk to my wife about it. Can I call you back?
They don't know, right? They gotta think about it. They gotta talk to their fucking wives or the fucking tooth fairy.
Sorry for the
Points,
language
doesn't matter
once
what the
again.
fuck they say. The only real objection that they have is that they don't trust you guys. Why should they trust you? I mean, look at you. You're a bunch of fucking...
Okay, so that is one of the scene, which is, I like the scene. It is a very longer scene actually. I tried to cut it off. I don't want to make it very long. And then we're going to go to the next, which is the review and critics. So Guardian is actually one of the big magazine out there. Same goes to New Yorker. So from Guardian, The Wolf of Wall Street does not quite have the subtlety and richness of Scorsese's very best work, but what an incredibly exhilaration film, defending and sustaining half of depravity. New Yorker. For New Yorker, Scorsese unleashed a fierce yet exquisitely controlled kinetic energy, complete with a plunging and soaring camera, mercurial and conspicuous special effects, counterfactual scenes, subjective fantasies, and swirling choreography on a grand scale. So, just to let you know that Scorsese is actually the director. Okay. So this is my point of view. So in my point of view, of course I like the movie because it's a very fun and exciting because of the plot and the character development of the character, especially from the beginning until the end. Also the movie teaches a lot, especially about intelligence, how you can tweak the system to make sure that you can succeed in life, because to be honest, the world we're living on is not fair. Those who know how to tweak the system can be successful, as we can see nowadays. Okay, so then we have this. I just add one of my favorite quotes about this movie is that I want to deal with your problem by becoming rich, because there are many problems in this world. We have many problems. So actually, some of the problems can be solved by having money. And one of other quotes from the movies, it is not motivate, but it's the continuous of this quote. It says that I rather cry in a Lamborghini than crying in a Fiat. So essentially, it's the same thing. It's one of funny but motivate quotes. And that is all for me actually, the Wolf of Wall Street. Before this, I want to say that funny facts. This movie actually funded by the Malaysian government, my IMDb, and there's a little bit of issues of Rizal and Jolo, but no, we don't want to talk about that. So I guess that is all for me. So first of all, I want to say thank you to Madam for giving me the chance to present, and I would like to thank you to end this presentation. Thank you.